Hey guys, it's Delora Dabbles here, and today is day 10 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot, and this is the long lost deck you want to work with more. So mine actually goes into that video of me talking about how like my mom took this tarot deck away from me when I was like 14, and it was pretty, rough on me being called crazy and all of that stuff, and to be like, oh, you're doing this like a crazy person. That's not how you do tarot. And she just really, really freaked out on me. And I told you guys that she has since, become very, very supportive. In fact, she has given me not only that deck, but a different deck. I'll show the different deck at the end of the video because that's not the long lost one. I'd never played with that one before, so it can't be long lost to me. This is the long lost tarot deck. It is a JJ Swiss Marseille. So I don't really like the wood block art on some of the Marseille. Like, it's the one that if you type in a Marseille deck, that's the one that pops up, right? And it's got the really blocky images, not realistic. And I don't know why, but the JJ Swiss Fool gives me Robin Williams vibes, like so hardcore. Like, it just does. It just does. Anyway, this was the very first tarot deck I ever saw as a kid. This was the very first one. And I was very, very interested in it. I was obsessed with it. These were the ones I was petting. These were the ones I was petting. And I'm so freaking excited. I have been looking for really good Marseille books, and my friend let me borrow his Jodorowsky book. I'm not a fan of Jodorowsky, I found. It's just way too complicated and it doesn't need to be. And I was like, wow, I understand, like, it's like I'm studying Thoth Tarot right now. I understand that being super complicated, but Marseille is supposed to be a return to the simple, to the intuitive, and like at least explain it in a way that everyone can understand, right? And so this is probably one of the main reasons why I went ahead and bought the Patrick Valenza's Marseille, the Triomphe Marseille, because again, I don't like the woodblock looking Marseille decks. I just don't. Now, one book that I'm really excited to use in conjunction with this is Tom Benjamin's Tarot on Earth, which I just got in the mail today. Yes. I really did my research. I love Tom Benjamin. I really do. I knew he had a book. I didn't realize his book was Marseille based. Marseille based. And the minute I knew that, I was like, well, I know he knows his shit because I like his videos. So thank you. I will be using this to get back in touch with this very important deck of mine. And there's something really powerful about having a parent misunderstand your spiritual gift and then later not just apologize, but really go above and beyond to make you feel, better about the situation to the point that she gives you the deck. And this is an older deck. It is a JJ Swiss deck, and it's not worth a crap ton of money. These old JJ Swiss haven't really hit the collector's market quite so hard. But this other deck that she gave me, and I'll show y'all this. This is the Kaplan Egyptian Tarot, of which a copy is going on eBay right now for like almost $200 for one deck. I've never had a deck. This box was really too small for these cards too, so I'm probably, as soon as I take these out, I'm just going to find a different home for them because they really shouldn't be in this box. It's much too small for them. Anyway, and the images on this one, they are quite strange and they're very different. They actually came from a book, and this is so funny, and I'll have to go more into this. Do I have the book around here? No. Oh my gosh. It's actually from an astrology book originally published in 1901. But this was around the time where people were like, oh, the tarot, it was invented by the Egyptians, and this is what it looked like. This is what those old people at the turn of the century said, that the very original tarot from thousands and thousands of years ago looked like this. This is what they imagined it looked like, right? Now, what's really cool are the pips. And the pips follow basically the same structure throughout the deck. So you have the ace, 2, 3. Oh, what is that? 4? What? It's very different pips. It's not a Marseille deck. It's a pip deck, but it's not a Marseille deck. And it is a very, very interesting deck. I really hate that they haven't published anything new for it, but yeah. Oh yeah, and the court cards, this might be problematic if they do a reprint. They might want to change the names. But this is an Egyptian-based tarot deck, so, but the court cards go slave, warrior, mistress, master. Which, again, that might be problematic. That might be one of the reasons why it hasn't been reprinted. But, I mean, this was like a really special bonus. I know how much my mom absolutely like loves and adores all of her Egyptian stuff. So for me, for her to give me her Egyptian tarot deck was like, it was a really big fucking deal. So, but yeah, this is my long lost deck that I want to do more work with. And it's one of the main reasons why I have been trying to get more into Marseille. And I'm really glad that it was the JJ Swiss, because I was looking and like I was feeling like that's not the deck I had. That's not the deck I saw. Mainly, I remember the death card from the JJ Swiss, and all of the other Marseille decks, especially the woodcut ones, I was like, that's not what he looked like. That's not the deck. What deck is this? And so that was what was really strange to me about this deck for a long time. I wondered if I had just made it all up. Because, you know, the JJ Swiss doesn't get as much love, I think, as the woodblock ones. I guess from a purist perspective, they don't like it as much. But from an aesthetic perspective, I like this much better. So that's what I want to work with more. And thank you for joining me on day 10 of my 31 days of tarot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, happy crafting. Bye-bye.